Sarah. Lindsay. Hannah.
David.
Julio. Irene.
And my name is Josh Dahlbeck, and this is my persuasive speech. For my topic, I chose to speak about the fact that we are not alone and there are aliens among us. The Milky Way galaxy has 400 billion stars and planets, so surely out of 400 billion, we're not the only planet that has life. Today I will inform you of why I and many others feel we are not alone in this world. The majority of people need facts to believe something, so I'll start with the facts. Others need to see to believe, so next we'll go on to UFO sightings. And finally, there are people that need to experience something to believe it, so we'll look at the abductions. So with this information, I hope to persuade you to also believe that we are not alone in this world. So we'll start with the facts, and my sources for these facts are the Area 51 Research Center, The Secrets of Area 51, and UFO Folklore. Area 51 is a 6 by 10 mile radius surrounded by 4 mountains, so it's virtually impossible to see inside. Many people have gone on record saying that they have seen and photographed flying triangles, saucer-like crafts, and flying objects. It's surrounded by signs that say use of deadly force is authorized, so they really can't kill you. And also, there are hidden road sensors and cameras. If you're caught taking photos of the area, your photos will be confiscated. One of the former employees of Area 51 is Robert Lazar, and in 1981, he was a physicist and MIT grad. He worked on advanced propulsion systems involving anti-gravity reactors, and he claimed the technology that they were building this out of was found by a crashed UFO that he personally has seen. He described a circular disc-shaped craft that was stored at a secret complex called S4, and he claimed there were other projects that were going on at Area 51 where the technology was taken from crashed UFO planes. For those who have to see to believe it, we will now go over the sightings. The first documented UFO sighting was actually in the Bible. The prophet Ezekiel described a great cloud with fire enfolding itself, a wheel in the middle of a wheel that descended and fired lightning bolts into the earth. So that certainly sounds like a UFO to me. My next source is Kendra Cunningham, and she spoke of the top UFO sightings. We'll start with the Battle of Los Angeles, which we have a picture here for you to see. And the Battle of Los Angeles in 1942, 3 months after the Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor, a UFO was spotted. Many people suspected that the UFO was another attack from Japan. That's why you see the lights that are shining onto it, but it wasn't, and the plane vanished, and we never know what happened there. The next most famous sighting was the Belgian UFO waves, which was a series of sightings from November 1989 to April 1990. On the first night of these sightings, there were 143 witness accounts. So many different people seeing the same thing. It was described as black triangles with bright lights that would change color, and it actually also showed up on the Belgian Air Force radar. The most famous sighting would be Roswell, New Mexico, and that was in 1947 when debris from an alien aircraft was discovered in the desert of New Mexico. The cover-up was that the debris was from an experimental high-altitude surveillance balloon. That definitely looks like some UFO-type stuff to me. Finally, those who still do not believe may need to experience, so that's where we have the abductions. So we'll start with Antonio Villas Boas, and the source for this information was from Fact Fiction Conjuncture. So in 1957, Antonio Villas Boas was abducted while in Brazil working on a farm. He claimed he was taken into the spacecraft where he was removed from his clothes. He was put in a room where they put stuff all over his body, and he had to do some sexual things with a female alien. The next known abduction was Jerry Irwin, and this is very credible. February 1959, Irwin was a missile cadet, and he was driving on his truck, and he followed what he thought was a plane that was going down. He left a note on his truck saying that he was going to look for the plane. The truck was found, so they went and looked for him, and they found him unconscious. They took him to the hospital where he was unconscious for an additional 24 hours. When he awoke, he had no recollection of the time, and this would happen a few more times. He was actually really out of it, and they admitted him into a mental hospital, and then he vanished. So they don't know if he was abducted, escaped, what happened specifically, but he was gone. Another abduction, the final abduction, was Herbert Schirmer, and it was December 1976. He was a Nebraska policeman. and he approached what he thought was a bus with large lights on top. When he got closer, he realized it was actually a UFO that was hovering about 8 feet high. He then drove away. I think he's an alien. He then drove away and basically had no recollection of the actual experience and what happened. Then they went ahead and they did regressive hypnosis, and they found out that he was abducted, actually. So in conclusion, there is no doubt that we're not alone in this world. Today we discussed the facts, sightings, and abductions. So if you still need additional proof, I certainly would recommend watching the following movies: Men in Black 1 and 2, Independence Day, War of the Worlds, X-Files, my personal favorite, E.T., and in the words of Spock, live long and prosper.